Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. This watch came about as a result of a trade that I executed between myself and my good friends at European Watch Company, non-sponsored, of course. I've had a very strong relationship with European Watch Company for several years now, and my father had a very strong relationship with them for many years before I even became aware of their existence. The watch I traded for is a style of watch that I have owned one watch like it before, similar shape anyway, and I have reviewed a watch like it on the channel before. I believe it was a Seiko. Generally, I've stayed away from rectangular and especially square watches. Not really my aesthetic, but I have been a fan, a silent fan of, and I hope you can see the logo here. The logo might be familiar to some of you. It is Jaeger LeCoultre. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or JLC, if you prefer. They are an old watch company, one of the high-end mainstream brands, if you will. And they are famous for a watch known as the Reverso. And I've had my eye on Reversos for a while now, and I'm going to open the box up while I talk here. I'm opening up the outer box. As you can see, I've opened the outer box now. Getting to the inner box, which is here. The kit does come with quite a number of things. Official timepiece registration card, the owner's manual for this is the Reverso Tribute Duoface, and I'll get to that in a minute, in multiple languages. A cloth, the what is this? Service center contact information, and of course the warranty card. It also comes with a pusher tool with a plastic end, and it's angled slightly to facilitate setting the watch. And of course, in the box itself is the watch. We'll get to that in a minute. Open up the clasp. Put that away for safekeeping. And we have the JLC Reverso Duoface Tribute Watch. Now, according to legend, and I'm getting this mostly from Tim Masso at the well, they now call it the 1916 company, but it used to be called the Watchbox. According to legend, these watches were created to assist British polo players who wore watches during polo matches, and their crystals, and they were glass at the time, the glass crystals kept getting smashed during polo matches. And wouldn't it be nice to have a watch that would be protected from inadvertent polo mallet or polo ball strikes, and then it could easily be set up as a watch again. So somebody came up with the idea of making the watch do a backflip, essentially. And what you can do is you can slide the watch out and flip it over and snap it back. And this, in this particular case, this is where the dual time comes from. Because on the back side of the watch, you have a day-night indicator and another time zone dial. In this case, it is set to Greenwich Mean Time, or UTC time, which is about 5 hours ahead of where I am now. And if you want to get back to the original time, you just slide it out and flip it back. And I now have my main watch dial, which has multiple functions on it. Now, the simplest versions of these watches just have a featureless steel back on it, steel case back. And you could engrave it if you wished. And the chassis, however, which is this part here, has, typical maker's marks and logos and other things like that. And you can see there's a nice sun ray pattern on the inside of the case back, and then the back of the chassis is what I just showed you. So I've kind of had my eye on this type of watch for a while now, and this watch came up as an offering from European Watch. I had a watch that they offered a trade for, so the trade happened, and the watch showed up in beautiful condition. This watch dates from 2019 as I shoot this video. This is 2024, so this is approximately a 5-year-old watch. I don't think the previous owner wore it very much. I've been wearing the hell out of it. I really like the watch. It's 18 karat rose gold and an 18 karat rose gold butterfly style clasp, which is fine. It has one problem on it, and I'll get to that in a minute. So beautiful. These watches were originally marketed as sports watches because of the origins, the polo players. But these are, truth be known, dress watches. You can see the slight curve of the chassis underneath to facilitate a more comfortable wearing experience. These are called Dragoons, according to Tim over at Watchbox, and they encircle the entire inner chassis, as you can see. The watch still snaps closed very positively, and you have these little bushings here, these little ball bearings, I guess, or bushings, that catch inside these little cutouts in the chassis to make sure that the watch closes in a positive manner. And they're on both sides, of course. You notice the watch has multiple pushers. These pushers are used to set the moon phase, the date, and the month. Funny they didn't put a pusher in to set the day of the week. You actually have to rotate the crown through time cycles to get that to set right. So that's kind of a pain. And the dual time on the back is set with this little doodad here. Basically, you just, push this thing forward and it sets the hour hand. The minute hand is synced to this side of the watch as well, but the hour hand can move independently by driving this forward. And that also rotates the day-night indicator. So as you can see on here, it's 3:40 Greenwich Mean Time, UTC time, at 10:40 a.m. Eastern time. Whoops. Don't do that. So, beautiful watch overall, and I'll go over some more of it in detail here. I'm going to give you a wrist shot. And my wrist is 7¼ inches. And that is the small problem with this watch. The previous owner evidently had a much smaller wrist than I did. And the strap is very, very short. Now, this will fit under the keeper. But you can see it's on the... I alternate between the first hole and the second hole of the strap. Now, I'm probably going to go ahead and order a longer strap because this bothers me and it doesn't allow the watch to be cinched down the way I'd like it to be. But as you can see on my 7¼ inch wrist, this watch fits just fine. It is very broad across the wrist. I'll get to the measurements in a minute. Obviously, you don't measure this the same way you measure a round watch. On the overhead shot, the watch obviously fits me very well. Also, the butterfly clasp really gives you a few heart-stopping moments when you open and close the watch. You feel like it's going to fall off your wrist. Let's see. This is a manual wind JLC Reverso. It's using the caliber 853 manual wind. That is an in-house caliber, of course. 18-karat rose gold case, 18-karat rose gold deploy class. Now, I'm generally, I don't have a great love for rose gold. I don't hate it, but it's not my first choice of material. But this doesn't look pink or red. It has a nice, subtle hue to it. It doesn't, smack you in the face that, oh, I'm rose gold. No, I'm rose gold. It's very subtle. It's very quiet. And that's one reason I was attracted to a watch. Sapphire crystal, silver white dial, alligator strap. And I've already shown you most of the features. The day-night indicator, the moon phase, which is here on the front dial. Date is what is called a radial dial. A radial date shows month of the year, day of the week, and it's just it would make a really, really good travel watch. It's 30 meters water resistant, so I wouldn't even want to get this watch wet washing my hands, but just be careful, right? 49.7 millimeters long, or tip to tip if you prefer. 29.9 millimeters wide, 10.9 millimeters thick, with a 22 millimeter lug space. So when I decide, or if I decide to put a different strap on this, it won't be hard to find. It's not an oddball size. And I'll probably go with something with a conventional pin buckle just to make my life easier. But overall, it's a beautifully executed watch. It's broad across the wrist. It feels very substantial. I think it was a wonderful pickup for me. I traded away a watch that, frankly, I was not going to wear. It just wasn't my style. So, and I know that European will be able to sell that watch pretty easily. Well, pretty easily. So win-win all around for everybody. I hope you enjoyed a look at a watch that is a bit unusual for my channel in the fact that it's the rectangular shape. It's also a dress watch, which I don't have a lot of. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it to be entertaining, useful, informative. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. It does help with the YouTube search algorithm. Helps bring people to the channel, and that is always a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below, I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to troll, you're going to be insulting, or you're simply going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and block the commenter. There's always one. Always one. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have over 1,000 videos out there for you to enjoy, so please feel free to watch as many as you like. All I ask in return is that you click that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so when I upload new material, you will be alerted. I am trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. When I do, there will be a watch giveaway, not this one. But it will be a watch that is worth getting. So please help me out by subscribing. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. It is not getting any less crazy. So please be careful out there. Stay safe. Be well. See you soon.